Well, it seems like we ended before Jeff, our MC, came back. So how's everyone doing? So while we wait for Jeff, I definitely want to say that, you know, in Nevada, we have done an extremely good job, specifically because of Jeff, of helping Nevada residents really strive forward as far as startups are concerned. And Jeff really put his best foot forward. He said, you know, they're doing it in California, they're doing it in New York, they're doing it everywhere else besides Las Vegas, Nevada. And he really came forward and said, I really want to see us be great. So with that being said, I definitely want to give a round of applause to Jeff for that.
Well, thank you very much. And you know, sometimes I'm the guy that's standing up here now, you know, accepting the thanks, but it's not. I mean, I do some, but it's like this much compared to what Maggie does. She's been our chief of staff for since the beginning, and all of this is her. So I stand up here and take some of the glory, but it's really not. It's not me. So we're going to be announcing 2 companies shortly, actually 3 shortly. First, we're going to do the People's Choice Awards, which Andrew Baca, or as we all know him, Baca, is going to announce. And then that'll be followed by a company that's going to get a $70,000 investment. And then finally, the company that's going to get the $200,000 investment. It was a tough choice. I think everybody did really well. So I'm going to give a couple of more thankses out for our fund managers and our due diligence team leads. I mean, everybody worked their behinds off. Dozens of hours per week were spent by individuals and teams and our founders working together. And on the fund manager side, we had Baca, who you'll meet in just a second, Nick Patterson, Maisha Boyce, and of course, Maggie. And we had due diligence leads from Bill Slickerveer, who's hopefully back on Zoom and joined us now. We've also had Bob Christopher leading 2 due diligence teams, not just one. I led 1 due diligence team, and I'm forgetting somebody. Yeah, Bob gets double thanks because he ran 2 teams, and Baca also ran a team. So, Mr. Baca, where are you? There he is. He's going to come up, and so Baca is not only one of our fund managers, but he is the VP of Venture and Corporate Development for Startup NV, and he's been in that position 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. So, so we are super happy to have Baca in the team, not only to do this award, but just generally in our team and what we're doing.
Thank you, Jeff. I had a fabulous time this year working with the teams. I participated as an investor. I participated, formerly with Maggie and Jeff in a little bit of a volunteer capacity. I'm honored to be part of the team. I had an amazing time this year, and the audience chose this year in the participation that we did, Carrot.
There's an actual thing.
There is an actual thing.
It should be a carrot. That would be really cute.
Thank you.
Okay, we're getting down to it. I think you heard already, this process is 7 months long. We started back in October with a founder boot camp where we taught any founder who wanted to come out. So how do you raise money from investors? How does that work? We had over 200 companies go through that process. At the end of that, we invited those companies that felt like they were qualified to apply to a group of angels that we assembled by asking accredited investors in the community who wanted to either participate or learn how to do this thing we call angel investing, to each contribute at least $5,000 into a fund. So 40 angels, $5,000, that's how we got to $200,000. Then on top of that, we asked others in the community who didn't go through that boot camp to also apply. So 45 companies applied. The group assembled in early February. We went through all the applications and information, narrowed the field from 45 down to 15. Those 15 came in and pitched 3 minutes, then narrowed it down to 10. Those 10 came in and pitched for 10 minutes, then narrowed it down to 6, the 6 that you saw before you today. And everybody has put in a lot of work. And what it's going to result in is the 2 companies that we're going to talk about here in a minute. And I am just so grateful for all of the work that the entire community did to make this day possible. We see a lot of recognition, and I'm really honored to have with us for this afternoon for this announcement of the winners and another really important thing that's going to be happening in the community. Dr. Michael Brown is with us. Dr. Michael Brown is the Executive Director of the Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development, or as we lovingly call it, GOED. I've had the pleasure of working alongside Director Brown's team for a long time now. And more recently, you and I have gotten to work together more closely. And just the idea of diversifying the economy and just doing so and growing the economy in Nevada is something that we all aim at. And I am just thrilled to have Director Brown here to help us get us across the final finish line here and give us some other special information as well. So Director Brown.
Thank you. It's on behalf of Governor Sisolak, it's a pleasure for me to be here. I lead the Governor's Office of Economic Development, which makes me the lead private sector executive in the governor's cabinet, providing advice and counsel on where the state should be going. And I partner with my dear good friend Ryan Smith, who's here in the city of Las Vegas, who provides a lot of support and really helped introduce me to this sector. I mean, until about 3 hours ago, I was so proud of myself because I managed this morning to update the firmware on my HB printer. And then I listened to these presentations and it was like, oh, geez, wow. But I got it functioning again. So, when we look at the Nevada economy in the short term, it's getting our hospitality sector restored and our small businesses stabilized and getting the sports sector as built out as we can. In the medium term, it's about getting those industrial parks that we've long neglected up and functioning, building out a more robust health sector, inviting technology companies to the state. But eventually we will hit constraints of land and water that will force us to make other investments in intellectual capital, and particularly in this space. And Jeff Saling has been in my office for the last 6 or 7 months, educating me on this. It's not an area that I came to. I was in the mining industry, so this has been new to me, but I've grasped where we need to go and what we need to do. And I want to thank all of you because this is a critical investment in Nevada's long-term future. And we're seeing the growth here, and want to thank Startup Nevada and AngelNV for what they're doing. Today's event showcases how important these programs are to a startup, as it enables founders to perfect their pitches and business plans and to land critical financial investments that will help down the line with other capital investors. And we've created a subcommittee on my board that's going to try to figure out how we do this more effectively in Nevada. And while Jeff is teaching me all about this world, I'm busy teaching him all about the open meeting law and what it's like to operate in a government agency. And finally, we have this partnership with Seed Nevada that is deployed across the state that'll help attract startups and move us forward in this. This is our long-term future in the state. We have to build out this sector. Seed Nevada, along with AngelNV and Startup Nevada, will showcase our commitment to innovation, job growth, and economic resiliency. During the pandemic, we hired SRA International, formerly with Stanford Research Institute, to look at Nevada. And one of the things they said is you have the small state advantage. This is a great state to experiment in and to innovate in. And so we're going to be doing everything we can for that. Now, you all didn't come here to hear me today on a Saturday afternoon, and you're all sitting there wondering, now, who are those checks made out for? So I don't believe the funnel cake lady won, but I think she was a last minute contender. So with that, Jeff.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So thank you, Director Brown. So I'm gonna stop for just a second before we while the eyes are all on, and I'm gonna sort of reemphasize what Director Brown was talking about with Seed NV or Seed Nevada. It's a $10 million seed fund that we're announcing today that we're starting formation of. So it'll be doing follow-on investments to some of the companies we've invested in so far, and new companies that are coming into Nevada. So thanks, Director Brown, for being here with us while we're doing that. Now, on to our two winners. So the big check we're going to save for the eventual winner, but we are proud to announce the $70,000 investment that's going to go to Semi-Exact. So congratulations, gents.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Stick around. We'll have a big check and some pictures
Yeah.
after. Thank you. Congratulations, Team Semi-Exact. And so our winner is CID, gentlemen. All right, thanks. All right, cool. So you're welcome. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. And congratulations to CID and Semi-Exact both, and congratulations to all of the founders here. I will tell you this, that of the 6 groups that competed last year, within 9 months, 5 of the 6 groups had investment, either from our group, somebody in our group, or something. Just so if you didn't walk away with a big fancy check or congratulations today, don't give up. There's lots more money out there, and there's lots more energy in Startup NV to make sure that every company that can scale gets some kind of an investment. We've got something going on.
Sorry to hijack your.
No,
your
hijack away.
celebration here. It takes quite a visionary to create a space for dreamers, to do this type of work. The building of a new ecosystem takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of talent. So the AngelNV organizing team here just wants to recognize Jeff and Maggie at this time for their huge contribution to the state and allowing founders to have a space. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have quite a family here, not only amongst our group, but just in the whole state. I mean, it's so fun to work with everybody here. So we're at the end of our time here together today. Congratulations to everybody for getting here and for what we're doing. We will see you back here again at roughly the same time of year, back in this same auditorium for another round of AngelNV. And for those of you who are interested in the seed fund that we just talked about, just hop on to startupnv.org/seednv, and you'll find information about that fund, how to join, how to invest, what some of the targets and things are going to be there. And for those of you who want to invest in more of these startups, come see us again next year at AngelNV. Just stay in touch with us. I think if we've got your name and email address, you'll probably get a lot of spam from me over the course of the next couple of months, inviting you back. And I see in our audience is last year's winner, Marta and Lindsay from Safe Harbor. So everybody have a great time with the rest of your evening, and we will see you one more time next year.